The liquidity ratio is for us to evaluate the level of the company to pay their short-term financial obligation. Okay, the ability of the company to meet their short-term obligation. So what is the short-term obligation? It means that the payment that the company have to pay as soon as possible. Okay, so financial commitment means that there is a requirement of payment. So if the company, so liquidity ratio, we want to see the ability of the company to meet their short-term obligation. So therefore, if the number is more than one, it shows that the company able to pay their short-term obligation. That is the first one. Second, if you want to do the comparison, the higher the number of current ratio, the better the ability of the company. It shows that the level of the ability of the company is better. The ability of the company is higher. All right. So if the number is more, so that company is better. All right. So how to calculate current ratio? Current ratio is current asset divided by current liabilities. So current asset and current liabilities, you can find it in balance sheet. Okay, so let us look at Bartlett companies. This is for 2012. All right, this example is for 2012. So current asset is here, 1,223,000. So basically there are another 30 at the back. Okay, if you can see here, okay, so actually this is not 1,223, it's actually 1,223,000. So we take this total current asset from balance sheet, total current asset divide total current liabilities, 6 to 0. So the answer is 1.97. So is it good? Yes, the answer is yes, because the answer is more than one. Okay. If the answer is less than one, it shows that the company have shortage in their cash, or the company do not able to pay their short-term obligation. So the consequences might lead the company to apply borrowing, to apply loan, to settle down their short-term debt. All right. So that is the meaning of current, the numbers in the current ratio. Okay, so it's just 1.97. There is no measurement. If you want to put any measurement, you can just put times 1.97 times. Or you can just leave it blank like this. Second liquidity ratio is quick ratio. So in quick ratio, we want to see the ability if it is not depend on inventory. So is it the company still good enough if the company not depend to inventory? So that's why, so the formula is current asset minus inventory divide with current liabilities. Inventory is part of current asset. So we just want to eliminate the inventory part. Why we want to eliminate the inventory part? Because inventory, it takes a longer time to be converted into cash form. Okay, the other current asset, they only take a few time to be converted, or they only take only one step to be converted into cash. While inventory, it takes two steps to be converted into cash. Why I say so? Because inventory is a product that you keep in your store. So this inventory, you have to move out from your store. you have to sell it first to your customer. So that is the first step. So once inventory able to be sold to the customer, that amount become account receivable. Then you have to wait another time for this account receivable to be able to be converted into cash. All right, so it takes 2 steps in order for inventory to be changed into cash form. So that's why we don't want to have the dependency on inventory. So that's why we want to find the quick ratio. How much is the quick ratio? Is it still more than 1? So if the answer is still more than 1, it shows that the company have a good liquidity lah, have enough cash to pay their short-term obligation. So if the answer, so this answer is 1.51. So it shows that the Balik company able to pay their short-term obligation for 2020, for 2012. Okay, so we just current asset minus inventory. So this answer you divide by current liabilities. So how much is the level of the quick ratio? It is 1.51. So is it good? Yes, it's good. Okay. So second types of ratio is activity ratio. So activity ratio, we want to see the effectiveness of the operation of the company. Okay, the active, the efficiency lah, basically the efficiency of the company's operation. So the first one that we want to look into the efficiency of the company is the inventory turnover. So what is inventory turnover? Anyone want to try? What is the meaning of inventory turnover? Tiara Bah. What is inventory turnover? Anyone want to try? What came across to your mind when you see inventory turnover?
Rasanya.
Yeah. What is the meaning of inventory turnover? What do you understand?
Madam, is it restock?
Restock? Yes, it's restock. Okay. How fast you will restock the new inventory? The inventory turnover basically how fast the inventory in your store able to be sold to customer, and then you restocking the new inventory. So how fast, how many times this happen in 1 year? So do we want to see, yeah, restocking items and good. Yes, you are right. We do the restocking, but you will do restocking whenever your product, whenever your inventory is finished, is going to finish. You will not restocking a new product until your product able to be sold out. Am I right? So if you want to restock new product, if you want to restock new things, new product lah, basically new goods, you have to make sure that the inventory that in your store able to be moved from the store. If not, you will have excessive goods in your stock. Yes, Amalina, you want to say something? Okay, all right, no problem. So how we want to know this effectiveness of the inventory management? We will calculate the inventory turnover. So how to calculate inventory turnover? It is cost of goods sold divided by inventory. So where you can find cost of goods sold? In the financial statement. Which financial statement that we would refer? Haziq Husaini,
Yes, yes, madam.
where we can find cost of goods sold?
Uh,
Income statement or balance sheet?
I think balance sheet, madam.
Okay, let us look. So in balance sheet, we have liabilities and stockholders' equity. So there are account payable, notes payable. Can you see any cost of goods sold here?
Yes, madam.
Where it is?
I think I
Where is cost of goods sold here?
uh, I think uh, prefer prefer stop, madam. I think.
Okay, anyone else want to try? Do you have the same idea with Haziq Husaini, all of you? Arif Izzuddin? Okay, who want to try? Umesh?
Yeah, madam. It's in profit and loss, right? I mean, Sochi.
Okay, you see that cost of goods sold need to find in profit and loss, which is income statement. Can you show me where is the cost of goods sold?
Will be at the first thing. I
Well,
think
what is
before
the
net.
amount? What is the amount for 2012?
Cost of goods sold, net profit. I think it's total operating expenses. Yeah.
Cost of goods sold is total operating expenses. Is it here?
Yeah.
Wrong. It's wrong, eh? Cost of goods sold
Oh.
is this. It's already stated here. Cost of goods
Oh
sold.
yeah.
Okay, Umesh, you know that cost of goods sold can be found in income statement. But suddenly you choose operating expense, which is wrong lah. Okay, cost of goods sold, it's already stated. It is cost of goods sold. Okay, it's clearly state cost of goods sold. You just take the amount, which is 2088. Okay. So cost of goods sold is 2088 divided by inventory. All right, now inventory, where we can find the inventory? Amalina Husna, can you try? Amalina Husna, are you here or not? Okay, Patricia, where we can find inventory?
The balance sheet.
Okay, all right, let us look at balance sheet. So here, is it here? This is under
Where?
liabilities and stockholders. Is it here?
No, different one.
All right. Is it here? This is also balance sheet, but under asset. Is there any
So there you
inventory
go.
here?
Yes, inventories 289.
Okay, all right, good. So inventories, you can find inventories element in balance sheet. So you just take this figure. All right, thank you, Patricia. 289. So it's 289. So you just divide cost of goods sold from income statement, divide 289, the inventory. You can find this in balance sheet, which is the answer is 7.2. So 7.2 is referring the effectiveness of the company of the inventory turnover, the ability, the turnover of inventory. So how fast the company able to restock their products. into their company. So approximately in 1 year, there is 7.2 times of restocking products. Is it good? Yes, it's good lah. Because at least they have circulation of the inventory. So basically, the higher the number, it shows the more active the inventory turnover. All right. So inventory turnover is a measure of how efficiently company can control its merchandise. Their products are basically their products. So it is important to have a high return. So whenever the inventory is high, so it shows that the company able to sell more. Okay, there is a lots of there are a lot of inventory able to be sold to customer. Okay, so the higher the number of inventory, the better the performance of the company. All right. The second element that we want to look into the efficiency of the company's management is average collection period. Average collection period, we want to see how fast the company able to collect cash from their client. Because usually when people do business, the client will do the trading with you in credit. So you will give your product first, you will give your stock to them first, and then the client become your account receivable. So this account receivable is expected to pay you cash at the end of the month. So basically, it depends on how effective you collect cash from your client. Because if you're not efficient in collecting cash from your client, that account receivable become bad debts. Okay, so when become bad debts, so it's just like you are doing charity lah. You give product, but yet you didn't receive cash from the trade. Okay, so it's not good. It's not good for it's not healthy for a business. Okay. So how we want to know how effective the company collecting cash? So we need to calculate it by using the formula of account receivable divided by average sales per day. So average sales per day is actually the sales divided by 365, because we want to see the average per day. So that's why annual sales divided by 365. All right, now where we can find account receivable? Vidya. Vidya, where we can find account receivable? Hello, Vidya, are you here or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So where we can find account receivable?
Balance sheet.
Okay, let us look at balance sheet. Is it here? Is it here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, how much is the amount?
Yes, ma'am.
How much is the amount?
503.
Okay, 503. So account
Three.
receivable, yeah, yes, you are right. Thank you, Vidya. So
Thank you, madam.
503,000. So divide by annual sales, divide by average sales per day. So average sales per day, we have to divide by 365 lah. But how can we find annual sales? Where we can find the amount for sale? Nadia Mariam, where we can find sale? Nadia Mariam, where we can find the sales? Okay, Shantini, where we can find sales?
Statement of financial position.
Okay, good. Statement of financial position. So how much it is? For 2012?
3,074.
Okay, it's here. Sales revenue. It depends on the company lah. Sometimes company they use revenue. So it also can be considered as sales. Their company they just state here as sales. So sales is sales lah. If the company put it as revenue, only revenue, so revenue also can be considered as sales. Okay, so it's the same thing lah, either sales revenue, sales or revenue, all that are the same. Okay, so it is 3074, but we only want it for daily, so we have to divide by 365. 3074,000 divided by 365. So the answer is 8422. So we just divide lah, 503,000 divided by 8422. So the answer is 59.7. So this answer is in this 59.7 days. So 59.7 days, it shows that the average duration for the company in collecting cash for their client. Is it good? It depends on the company. It can be good, it can be bad. Okay, because it takes about 2 months. Maybe good lah, if not more than 3 months. If the average is more than 3 months, maybe it's not good. It depends on the company. If the company is really stable enough, then it's good. We also can look into the liquidity. So now liquidity is just good enough because the answer is more than 1, and the ability of the company in collecting cash is about 2 months. Maybe they are just on average performance. How we are going to decide whether average collection period, which one is good or not? We will look into the duration. We will look into the shorter duration. All right, the shorter the duration you take in collecting cash from the client, that one is better. Okay, the shorter the period for the company to get cash from the client, the better the companies, or the more effective the company in collecting cash. So in order for this period, we will look into the shorter the time, the better the company's performance. Okay, all right. So that is the second thing in activity ratio. The third one is average payment period. All right. Average payment period is different compared to average collection period. If average collection period, we want to look into how fast the client will pay you cash. Now, in average payment period, we want to look into our ability to pay our supplier. How fast our company able to pay the supplier. All right. So this example is how to calculate average payment period is account payable divided by average purchases per day. So account payable, you can find it in balance sheet, okay, under liabilities. So account payable is part of current liabilities. So 382, you can find it in liabilities. So average purchases per day, we will look into the in the income statement, okay, under cost of goods sold. 2088. Cost of goods sold also known as purchases. Okay, so this cost of goods sold, we want it to be on average. We want to see the daily, the average per day. How much it is? How much is the purchases on average per day? So basically, average, how much is the daily purchases? So how we want to know the daily purchases? We just take it in average and then we divide 2088,000 divided by 365. Alright, 20088,000 divided by 365. So the answer is 5720.55. So account payable, you take it from account payable from the liabilities. Find account payable in liabilities, which is 382,000 divided by 5720.55. So the answer is 66.78 days. So what does that means? It means that pilot company need to take about 66.78 days to pay their supplier. So usually average payment period will be longer compared to average collection period because company need to get the cash from the client first. So using the money, then they will able to pay their supplier. So because if the company do not have enough cash, how come the company able to pay their supplier? So that's why usually average payment period will be a bit longer compared to average collection period. All right. So far, any question? Everything understood them? Okay. Yes.
Madam, I don't understand how to calculate average payment period.
Average payment period is account payable divided by average purchases per day. Okay.
So,
Okay. So
how macam mana nak dapat tahu dia punya account payable tu kat balance sheet ke, madam?
okay, kita tengok dekat balance sheet ada tak account payable? I already say that account payable is part of liabilities. So it's here, account payable, liabilities.
Oh, alright.
Okay. Next is purchases. Where we can find purchases?
Purchases in Sochi, madam, I think. Right, madam?
Okay, in Sochi. So which one is considered as purchases?
I think uh, gross profit, I think. Is that correct, madam?
No,
Gross.
not gross profit. Gross profit is profit lah.
Oh, right.
Purchases is something you buy. So it's referring to cost of goods sold. Cost of goods sold, how come it become the cost for you if you're not buying? Okay, macam mana you nak tahu itu adalah sesuatu cost kalau you tak membeli? Kalau you membeli baru you tahu oh cost. Contoh, you nak beli lunch, nasi lunch. So you membeli, perbuatan yang you buat itu adalah sesuatu perbuatan membeli. Bila you beli, baru you tahu oh harga lunch ni satu pack harga dia RM10. So bila you cakap harga dia RM10, that is the cost for you. So sebab tu nama dia cost of goods sold lah. Lunch tu you beli dengan harga RM10. So cost pada you adalah RM10 sebab lunch ni you bukan beli semata-mata you nak makan. You beli lunch box ni sebab you nak jual. You jual dekat orang lain dengan harga RM12. So keuntungan yang you dapat adalah RM2. Betul tak?
Betul tu, madam.
Jadi kos membeli sebungkus makanan lunch itu adalah RM10. So you membelilah. So sebab tu bila pengiraan dia adalah purchasing, how much is purchasing? How much do you buy for the product? It's a cost of purchasing. It's a cost of goods sold lah. That's the same thing. Okay.
Okay,
Boleh.
madam. Boleh, madam.
So dia namanya daily sebab kita nak tahu, sebab kita nak tengok dia dalam tempoh harian. Purchasing tidak berlaku pada setiap hari. Dia mungkin dalam 2-3 bulan sekali you buy, you membeli dalam jumlah yang besar. Tetapi kita ingin mengira dia dalam bentuk jumlah harian. So, bila kita nak kira dia dalam jumlah harian, kita kira dalam average sahaja. That's why we just take average. That's why the name is average. Sebab kita tidak membeli hari-hari. Ada hari kosong, tiba-tiba ada hari besar. So bila kita kira dia dalam bentuk harian, kita just divide by 365 lah. Macam tu. So ini annual purchases divide by 365 because we want to get the average purchases per day. So the answer is 5720.